Surprise, surprise. Omar Isaf here, and we got another squat video. For once, I'm chronicling my journey. Before, when I had, 545, 565 deadlift, it would just appear out of the blue. Bam! A wild gain has appeared. I just broke a PR. This time, it's a little bit different. Since I transitioned into the low bar, I've been showing you guys pretty much every single week what I'm doing in order to get to my goal. So some recent developments, I am now squatting 3 times a week. So that's Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Damn, does that make a difference, let me just say, in terms of your body. All kinds of hypertrophy going on in the lower body area and soreness. I'm also trying to show you different angles so you can see depth, you can see technique, you can see what I'm doing. Overall, I would say I'm a hell of a lot happier when it comes to my technique. Confidence in terms of how I execute the lift is growing every single session. Here I'm just showing you some random clips. That's called the walk to the rack shot. It's a Dutch technique, Dutch filmmaking technique. Right here, just beltless 365. I always advocate a lot of warm-ups in order to wire the proper patterns, feel the weight out, and then select the correct weight to use for the working sets. So right here is a perfect side angle to see the depth that I achieve for the low bar squat. This is pretty much it. Every single time, as you see, it's parallel, and I just sink it below. When you see it from the front, it's a little hard to judge depth. First of all, I'm wearing all black, and usually because my boy Captain Planet is a little taller than me, it's a top-down angle. So this is the depth. This is how it looks like virtually on every single set. What I was happy about, though, I was like, man, I gotta remain upright. I'm gonna fix this. Key points for Omar. So as the sets went on, I was happier with the form. Like this 415, first of all, went up faster. I was going purposely slow on the way down to feel tight and in control. But on the way up, I was happy that the chest was rising at the same time. My hips weren't shooting up too early, in other words. So right here, saw 3 reps. Not a particularly hard day, just worked up to 420 pounds. But the biggest thing I'm focusing on, keeping my torso more upright as I ascend, or not letting it turn into essentially a good morning. And that's why I'm re-including or reincorporating the front squat into my lower body training. I'm going to be happy in 12 to 16 weeks when I attempt that new squat 500-pound PR. All this hard work I feel is going to pay off because everything is adding up. It's all working out. Some ugly faces while I'm lifting heavy right there. And of course, now on to some deficit deadlifts. Just about going ham here. 135 pounds for 3 reps. All out set. What can I say?
Eyes loaded.
Eyes loaded for Omar Surfgram.
Omar Surfgram. There he goes.
The crowd is shocked into silence by this display of brute strength.
Brute strength and power, power, power. Nothing before has ever been seen. All natural, natural, except for the orange juice he drinks in the morning.
Them deadlifts, man. 315 right here. Light, right? Secondary movement. So really, I'll say only work up to usually maybe 455, something like that for a triple or 5 reps. Today I was feeling a little fatigued after squatting 3 times a week in the sprinting, so I went a little lighter. I also was using my right hand for the underhand grip position, something I haven't done in over a year since I slightly strained it. That felt a little weird, but overall I'm really happy with how deadlifts are going. I feel right now I could easily pull 585, so stay tuned for another PR attempt coming up over the next little bit. You'll see the video. So right here, deficit deadlifts, I am a huge fan of for what I need to work on. Speed off of the ground, power from the bottom position. Once the bar gets off of the ground, I lock it out. That's not an issue for me. So just getting right here, comfortable reps. Keeping, I'm going to also detail in the new video something I'm doing now with my lats, but keeping the form tight. Making sure that I push through with the hips. So I'm satisfied with this.
So just use the other foot. Ready?
Yeah.
You're comfortable? See how the angle changes from an incline to a decline to right? You can do that.
Come back. Come that way. Show the weight. Show the weight.
If my feet are lower, it's more incline?
Yeah.
If my feet
That's what I
are
thought.
lower.
Now, this I like. This is something different. Front squats with an Olympic grip. I'm no longer going to do the cross body position. It's time to get serious. I'm young. I just got to work on the mobility. So this is my first time doing it. I think this will yield a superior front squat in the long term, keeping, you know, the mid back tight, especially if I want to get into Olympic lifting. So this is actually it's my second time doing it, but with weight, I'm just practicing 225. So it felt good. When it comes to the front squat, I go all the way down because it feels comfortable in terms of my hips. The low bar, you know, you get a butt wink when you go significantly below parallel for some individuals like myself. So right here, finishing up with some glute ham raises. The front squat, I also want to hit a 400-pound front squat, would be really nice by the end of the year, and it's going to be one of my major accessory movements for my back squat. Glute ham raise, always a fan of. Some cable crunches, you know, just because you gotta train your abs. I read it in a magazine one time. So guys, that's the video. That's the training session. Let me know in the comment section below what muscle group you want to see filmed next and thrown up on the boob tube. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.